Keep it locked right here on the Fan Cave Sports Talk.
The Fan Cave.
Cave? What cave?
The Fan Cave Sports Talk.
What is going on? What is going on, my Fan Cave faithful? It's your boy Cuzin Brad here, and you have entered the dopest sports talk show in all of the land. My name is Cuzin Brad here. You've reached the IBP Media Group Worldwide. Fan Cave Sports Talk. With me as always, my co-host, my cousin, my brother. I love him to death. He does one-handed push-ups. My man Swole. To my left, he's that one. He's that way. Emmanuel Kulu on the ones and twos. What's going on, partner?
What's going on, cuz? What's going on? A lot to talk about today.
Absolutely. Shout out to all the fathers out there. Happy Father's Day. Hope you guys had a great Father's Day. I know I did. NBA playoffs are diving right in. I don't know. There was a team that claimed to be from New York. You know, they were in New York originally, but then moved to Jersey because I guess it was too busy here in New York. And then, you know, a rapper started funding their team and moved them back to not Madison Square Garden. They play over in Brooklyn. It's not the Mets. Is it? No, it's not the Yankees. Not the Yankees. Is it the Jets? The Jets?
Stop it.
But no. They got a super team. They can't be beat. What's their name? Oh yeah. I forgot. The Brooklyn Nets have been eliminated. That's right. You heard me right. We have an NBA playoffs without Steph Curry, LeBron James, Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, Joel Embiid. Oh, don't worry. 76ers. We'll get to that. And now they don't have Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, James Harden, Russell Westbrook. All of these guys, Dame Dollar, shout out to Dame Dollar, not in the playoffs anymore. Cool. We are down to the semis. Brooklyn's out. Sixers are out. And there's a team from LA in it, too. Just throwing it out there. It's a team in LA.
Anyhow,
I'm just saying, it's a team in LA. They're in it. They're in it right now. But whatever. Kulu, NBA playoffs. What do you think? What do you think happened? What happened to the super team, man? What happened to the super team?
My heart goes out to Kevin Durant, man. Kevin Durant played a great Game 5. He played a great Game 4.
Yeah.
Man, classic performances.
Absolutely. That is probably – go ahead. I'll let you finish.
But it's not – I keep saying this, even I said this with LeBron James. All you LeBron James haters, listen up right now. Again, one man cannot beat a team.
That's a fact.
One man cannot beat a team.
That's a fact.
And we found this out with Kevin Durant. And Kevin Durant, he played lights out.
He did.
But it just wasn't enough.
It was not enough. It was not enough to beat the Milwaukee Bucks. The Milwaukee Bucks are in the Eastern Conference Finals again. Shout out to them. Giannis, the Greek Freak, does it again. Chris Middleton, all those boys, man. Shout out to them. But you're absolutely right. Kevin Durant's performances are absolutely, undoubtedly two of the best performances I've ever seen in a playoff game. I mean, it was mind you, it was in a losing effort. And I gotta say this. I'm gonna be hated for it, but I gotta say it. So Kyrie, we all remember Kyrie. Remember Kyrie Irving? Remember that guy?
Yeah.
Who said at the beginning of was it the beginning of this year or beginning of next year? He said, I've been on a lot of teams. And I've been on a lot of teams, and for the first, I was the lead guy, but it's the first time where I can say for real, comfortable that I know if I can't make that shot, that MF go make that shot. He didn't make it, Kyrie. Didn't make it.
Sure didn't.
Didn't make it.
Sure didn't.
Wonder if you had another guy on your team that was 6'7", about 270. Wonder if you had him, would have went in. Kulu, what do you think?
You know what I'm going to say. He won with that guy.
Hey.
Again, for all you LeBron haters, I'm telling y'all now, this is the real deal. Y'all don't want to give LeBron a pass when he scored 50 and lose. But we got to give Kevin Durant a pass.
No.
Come
we do
on
not.
now.
We don't.
Come on
We
now.
don't
Let's
have-
be
no.
realistic.
No, we do
goes
not
for
give
the
Kevin
goose
Durant.
goes for the gander now. We're going for the king, go for the prince.
Absolutely.
Let's come on now. Let's keep it 100. So many critics have been saying LeBron, when he played with Cleveland, wasn't enough. When he put 450, when he get 40 against these super teams, y'all still expect him to beat teams. But when KD don't do it, well, James Harden was hurt.
Nah.
Well, Kyrie Irving was hurt. All the excuses in the world when it's someone other than LeBron. But when it's LeBron, he has to get it done. This is our expectations of LeBron James that's so unrealistic.
Are they though? Are they realistic?
Yeah.
No, hold on.
Yeah,
No,
we
you
base a
said
lot of
that.
things off size and strength.
I mean, no.
6'8", you 260, 250, whatever you are. And because you're that size, people expect you to beat a team. No one man can beat a team, not even Michael Jordan. As much as we love Michael Jordan, no one guy. Jordan has scored 69 against Larry Bird and lost.
I mean, come on, man. That he was what? He was a rookie. That was his rookie year, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't. No, that was his third year in the league.
Third year in the league. Okay, so he was a young Jordan. Okay,
yeah,
respect that. Let's be honest here. Let's be honest here. Kevin Durant, he played his heart out. What did he drop? 44 in game 6 and 47 in game 7. Couldn't do it. Couldn't do
something
it.
like that.
I mean, Kevin Durant literally did the best he could do. But let's just keep it all the way 100. You said it yourself. One guy can't win. The other guys got to show up. That's what they're there for. They signed you. They signed. That's what you're there for. You got to show up. It's the playoffs. It's game 7. If ever there was a time to show up, that was the time to show up. And to me, no, Kevin Durant, you don't get a pass. You don't get a pass. This was the super team and all the critics in this. And you got like 8 different Twitter accounts and 6 you got like 6 Instagrams and you're going back and forth on social media. So no, Kevin Durant, you do not get a pass. You should have scored 70. You should have scored 70, Kevin Durant. You should have scored 70. You would have won. So no, you don't get a pass. And I know I'm gonna catch you for that. I don't care. You should have scored 70. You did the best you could, but it wasn't enough. Sorry, Kevin. Shout out to your moms though for being there. Your mom's was there. She gave you a hug, but she couldn't win it for you.
Yeah.
Anyway, speaking of a team that's not going to the championship, going to the Eastern Conference Finals. Oh boy, Utah Jazz. Oh boy,
that's your favorite team, cuz.
It was.
Now you got to speak on this one. What happened?
Rudy Gobert, where were you?
Yeah.
Utah. What happened? What happened, Utah? Best record in the West because LeBron James and AD got hurt. And you guys, the little brother, the JV LA team, the JV team, the JV team. You could. It's like you can't close. I get it. You're a young team. I was praising you guys all season long. They play defense. They play together. Everything is going great. They play defense. What happened? What happened here, Rudy? What happened, bro?
They lost to a Kawhi-less Clippers.
Oh boy,
they lost to a Kawhi-less Clippers.
Kawhi-less.
I'm very disappointed with the Utah Jazz. Very disappointed.
I am. Utah. The ghost of Karl Malone is haunting you right now. He's not dead, but y'all dead. Y'all dead in the Western Conference right now. It's crazy. It's crazy. It is crazy right now. Utah, you had it there, and you're probably going to get forgotten about. You're going to fall from top 10 and not mention at all.
And let's give a shout out to for Mitchell too. We're going to give Kevin Durant some shout outs. Let's give Mitchell his props too. Mitchell averaged 36 points per game. He
did, but
you know what I mean? He but again, this is what I keep telling everybody. We keep coming back to the same talk. Need a team.
And I thought this team was ready. They played defense. Donovan Mitchell is legit. Rudy Gobert, legit. I don't know what happened here. Pete, I mean, I put it on the Fan Cave Facebook page.
Bogdanovic, he is another one.
Bogdanovic. What happened to y'all? I mean, this was the game. You had the Clippers, the JV team, without their best player on the ropes, and you guys just let it fall through your fingertips. I don't know what happened. I don't get it.
Yeah.
I don't get it. So Utah, I'm sorry. You have no excuse. This was your team. This was your game to lose. You lost. You definitely lost.
Yep.
So Utah, I'm out, man. I'm out on y'all. I gotta let you go. But my other team though, the Phoenix Suns, shout out to them.
Shout out to them.
They're looking hot.
Shout out to them.
They're looking hot.
They are my favorite to win the NBA Finals.
They are looking hot.
They're my favorite to win the NBA Finals. And who better to win the NBA Finals than the guys who beat the Lakers? Who better?
Who better?
You beat the Lakers. You beat the Lakers. Now the team that beat the Lakers are going to be the NBA champions. So we didn't lose to no slouch Phoenix Suns. We lost to the best team, Phoenix Suns, in the league.
And you know what? I gotta give credit to where credit is due. But I want to ask your honest opinion on this, because this guy is speaking about your team. Stephen A. Smith said, quote unquote, on First Take today that Devin Booker is the new Kobe Bryant. Kulu, does he have your stamp of approval?
Kobe, man, that's some big shoes to fill.
That's some big shoes to fill.
I'm not going to say that just yet. But he's a great scorer. He reminds me a lot of Brandon Roy, though. To be honest,
yeah,
he reminds me a lot of Brandon Roy.
I see a lot of kind of a cross between, like you said, Brandon Roy, little T-Mac thrown in there, and there are flashes. There are flashes of Kobe-esque sort of things happening there. Yeah. I would say
he's not a great post player though. So
not yet.
Kobe was in the post. So I'm not gonna give him Kobe. I'll definitely say like a Brandon Roy in his prime. Even some flashes of a Kyrie up in there.
Yep. So I would say he definitely became a superstar this year. He was a star. Everybody knew he was a star. He was a star. But this year, if he wins the championship, if he does what Charles Barkley couldn't do, oh man. If he does what Charles Barkley, Amari Stoudemire, Steve Nash, if he does what they couldn't do, bring Phoenix a championship, he might have to change his number to 24, cool. He might have to change it to 24. I mean, that's some special stuff, man. That's some special stuff. I would not give him the Kobe comparison yet. I would say this is the year he became a superstar. He maintains this. I see him as another Kobe. If he maintains this, he has to maintain it, though.
He's definitely balling. He's definitely my favorite player in the playoffs left.
Oh yeah, definitely him.
Definitely my favorite player.
And now we turn it back to the East, and oh Lord, you want to do? We're gonna go ahead and just do "Don't Be No Fool" right now, because this team right here, we got a lot to talk about, and this is this week's "Don't Be No Fool." So Kulu, you want to have that queued up, and we will do this right now.
It's the Fan Cave Sports Talk. Don't be no fool moment. Telling you from the words of Uncle Bobby.
Tell him, Uncle Bobby.
Don't be no fool.
Uncle Bobby. Thank God.
You heard it. This week's Don't Be No Fool goes to the Philadelphia 76ers. Why, Cousin Brad? Huh? Why? Why did they get Don't Be No Fool? They wasn't being a fool. Yes, they were. Here's why Don't Be No Fool. Here's why they get the coveted Don't Be No Fool. They are eliminated again. Doc Rivers up 3-1. He's up 3-1 against a team y'all should handily beat easily. I mean, they came back on you. You lost to the Hawks. Now, since you threw your Lakers in there, I'm going to throw my Knicks in. If the Hawks go to the NBA Finals and play the Suns, hey, the Knicks lost to the Eastern Conference champions, so shout out to them, whatever. Anyway, but 76ers fans, let's just break this down. First off, Ben Simmons, you got to go.
You got to go.
You got to go.
But you know what? Hold on, cuz.
Explain to me, before you even explain to me why she keep Ben Simmons. Go.
Because he has the potential to be a once in a generational player.
Really? How's that?
He does have that potential, but to score 5 points is abysmal for somebody 6'10".
First round pick.
First round
overall pick.
It's abysmal. It's disgusting. He should be utterly disgusted with himself. He mentioned a lot of mental health issues that was going on with him, that he wasn't mentally there. But there's no reason why you shouldn't be locked into a game 7 and call yourself an NBA player. There's absolutely no excuse for that.
Ben Simmons got to go. I'm sorry. I get what you're saying. He plays defense. He plays defense well. He rejects shots. He blocks shots. He kind of, sort of has something that resembles a post game. But Kulu, let's just call a spade or a 76er or a 76er. Bro, you have no jump shot, and you can't shoot free throws. You can't. Oh, boy. When you have fans, and this is all on tape, you can all Google this. You can all YouTube this. Speaking of that, shout out, like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. It helps us out a lot. Anyway, but you can all look on YouTube. When you have fans while you're at the free throw line in your building, they're not chanting anything. They're not waving. You have fans going like this in your building while you're at the free throw line doing this. And you miss a free throw? No, you gotta go. Ben Simmons gotta go. Ben Simmons gotta go. And I'm gonna say this, and Philly fans probably gonna hate me, but I gotta say this because we gotta call a spade a spade. Doc Rivers, you gotta go too. I said it. Doc Rivers, you got to go to. You got to go to. Y'all was up 3-1. This happens to Doc Rivers every year, just like last year. And the Clippers, they were up 3-1 against Oklahoma City. And look what happened. Got eliminated.
It wasn't Oklahoma. It was Denver.
Denver. Okay, I'm sorry. Denver. You were up 3-1 against Denver. Look what happened. You got eliminated. This happens every year. Then, oh, yeah, we're going to bring Doc Rivers in, and we're going to change the culture around here. James Harden, we don't need him. We got Embiid and Ben Simmons. So that's enough, right? Right? That's enough? No, it wasn't enough. Doc Rivers. Oh, boy. And this is why he has to go. You were up 26 points in the second half, and you blew the game. You were up 26 in the second half, and you let them crawl. You let them crawl, come back, and you got a boy, Trae Young, who is playing absolutely outside of his mind. No one can guard him. Embiid, you don't know what you're going to get with this guy. You got to, me, in my eyes, Kulu, you got to start all over. You got to start all over again. Embiid,
you still build around Embiid. Ben Simmons, if you can get somebody, a young stud, if you can get you like a Luka, if you can get somebody like that, that's another story. But it doesn't look like that's going to happen. Nobody's on the market right now.
Okay, and this just proves my point here. This is the final nail in the coffin.
If you can get a Bradley Beal, I'm all for it.
I don't know.
I'm all for that.
He don't play defense though.
But I'll take a Bradley Beal for him. Bradley Beal's a rising star.
Yeah, that might work. Shout out to him. And he has a cool name. Anyway, so now this is my final nail in the coffin. This is why you're getting Don't Be No Fool. You know who their best scorer was in this series, Cool? You know who their best scorer was?
Nope.
The Curry nobody talks about.
Seth Curry.
Seth Curry is your best scorer. That's a problem. When you have Joel Embiid, defensive Ben Simmons, Seth Curry is your best scorer? Doc, you got to go. I'm sorry. Doc, you got to go. So that's why they're getting coveted. Don't Be No Fool this week.
Seth, come to death row, please. Come on over to the Lakers. We'll take you. We ain't going to get Steph, so we'll take you. We need a shooter. Yeah. We need a couple shooters. We'll take you.
They need some shooters.
You and DG, come on home.
Oh, boy. I don't know. We'll see what happens there. So, a couple of updates now. A couple of updates coming in a different sport, but that's why they get Don't Be No Fool. To quote my famous Uncle Bobby, who's looking down on us and probably laughing his butt off because he was a diehard Chicago Bulls fan. Don't be no fool. Let Doc let Ben go and start all over. Trust the process all over again. 76ers. Sorry. Going to the news. Going to the news now. NFL news. Little NFL news. Carl Nassib, defensive. I believe he's a defensive end for the Las Vegas Raiders. Announced today on Instagram that he is a homosexual. So he became technically the first active NFL player to do so. So I just want to say, hey man, your preference is your preference. Shout out to you for speaking your truth. And hey man, do your thing, bro. Do your thing. More NFL news coming out of Buffalo, coming out of hometown. Obviously, we probably knew this was going to happen. Josh Allen is about to be one of the richest players in the NFL right now. He's probably going to get that big chunk of money that he definitely deserves. He definitely earned. So Josh Allen's about to be very, very rich. He wants his deal to be structured to keep the Bills competitive. Cool. We can spend a little bit of time on this. Now, Patrick Mahomes got the 10-year deal, meaning he's probably going to get a bulk of it on the back end. And Josh Allen wants to do this to free up some money to keep the Bills in good shape. I mean, Bills went to the AFC Championship. We got a good team around now. So he wants to keep the team competitive. How you feel about that?
I love it. Very self-sacrificing. You know, this is a guy who's really he's one of the beloved quarterbacks of Buffalo of all time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Very unselfish, not concerned about his contract, not talking about holding out. Like this is a guy he's an athlete. He's an athlete. He runs as a quarterback.
Yeah.
You know, he can get hit and get hurt. He's not concerned with that.
Still balls.
He's concerned with winning. He's concerned with building a championship. He's concerned with bringing a Super Bowl to Buffalo. Absolutely. And that's the mentality that we need here in Buffalo. So shout out to him for taking that little hit for now to where he's going to get rewarded later on. So shout out to him, and he's going to get that ring.
Now, let me ask you this. Well, we got a couple minutes left in the show. Now, we've seen other teams try to do this before. To me, this is just my personal preference. I love the Bills. I love Josh Allen. I love that he wants to restructure his deal to get his money on the back end. But if it gets to the point where they got a Big Ben situation going on, where it's like, okay, we're 4 years into this thing, and we just got to start all over. To me, it should be a clause in that contract that if your front office ain't making the team competitive, he should be able to get out. Am I right or wrong?
Yeah. I think player empowerment is tough in the NFL, though. But definitely, I don't disagree with you. But I think with him, McDermott, and Bean are building.
Yeah.
They all trust each other, and they're trusting that process that McDermott talks about. So, they've got a solid roster right now.
Yeah,
solid. Not a lot of big names, but we got a solid roster.
They're becoming big names. And hopefully they can get that whole thing with our wide receiver Cole. Shout out to Cole Beasley. He said on Twitter, very, very strong and very sternly, that he will not be taking any type of vaccination. He will obey whatever restrictions are. He said, if you don't want to get sick, I don't blame you, but I'm going to live my life free. I respect what he's saying, but I can't tell you what to put in your body. I can't tell you what to put in your body, my guy. Exactly. But at the same time, bro, we want you on the field. We want your family to be safe. We want the team to be safe. We want you to be safe, Cole. We want you to. Our team is different when you're not there, bro. Our team is different when you're not there. I cannot tell you what to do with your body. I respect what you're trying to say. You say you're not going to, do anything crazy, and you're not going to put any vaccine on you. You're going to trust God. I respect that. But, bro, all I can tell you is, Cole, stay safe because we need you on the field.
Yeah, facts. We don't want a Chris Paul situation happen.
We don't. We do not. We do not.
Not in the big game.
No, not at all. Not this year. Not this year. And Steelers, good luck. Because they just uplifted all the protocol, and ours, 73,000 will be in full effect, jumping through tables, yelling like their heads about to fall off, going crazy. So September 10th, or whatever day it is, September 13th, I think it is, you coming into Orchard Park, you coming into the Ralph, think y'all can get a win? Good luck. Saying it on camera early.
And shout out to the Pagulas for the new stadium that's coming. Shout out to that.
Yeah. No, we forgot about that. And a lot of people said, "Oh, it should be downtown." I don't care where it is. As long as they don't make it a dome. Don't make it a dome. Don't make it a dome.
Don't make it a dome. Come on,
Now,
this is Buffalo. We need to have the weather.
Exactly.
We need it, but we're never going to. I wouldn't be minded a retractable dome because you can possibly host a Super Bowl here.
No, bro,
and that's something that I would love. I
understand. I understand what you're saying. We want a Super Bowl here. It brings a lot of prosperity. I get it, but keep in mind. Last season, Bills Ravens, the elements, that wind. When you come to Orchard Park, that wind helped the Bills get to the AFC Championship because Justin Tucker, probably the most accurate kicker in football, missed 2 field goals, hit both of the poles because of that wind in Buffalo. Keep it open. Let's bring that wind.
Yeah, you make a valid point. Hard point to beat.
Exactly. Keep it open. All right, we're going to end this show pretty soon. We're going to end it on here with a special Father's Day story from the stadium or Tales from the Turf, whatever you want to call it. But I want to salute all the fathers out there. This is IBP Media Group. We will be having more videos. Like, share, and subscribe. But we're going to end this on a note with me and my father breaking down his Tale of the Turf or Story from the Stadium. What's going on, everybody? This is Cuzin Brad from the Fan Cave IBP Media. We're here on Father's Day. Salute to all the fathers out there holding it down. Speaking of that, we got stories from the stadium or tales from the turf, and I got none other than my father here on the Fan Cave, stories from the stadium, Michael Smith Sr. How you doing, Dad?
All right, Cousin Brad, how you doing?
I'm good. So he has a story he's going to tell, and we're going to let him get right into it. Go ahead, Dad.
All right. This is a story. It's not from the stadium, but it's about football.
Cool. We take it.
One day I was going to get my hair cut. I went to a favorite barbershop, the Metropolitan Barbershop over on Jefferson Avenue.
Yeah.
And they were in there. You know how all the guys in the barbershop are in there talking sports.
Yeah, barbershop.
And I'm sitting in the chair. We're talking about instant replay. It was a brand new thing that they wanted to try.
Okay.
And everybody was going back and forth about instant replay, whether they wanted it or not. Mm-hmm. And while I'm getting my hair cut, we were talking. I was for instant replay because I believe instant replay will determine fair play.
Yeah, you get the call right.
Right, to get the call right.
Understood.
If we deserve the ball, I want the ball.
Exactly.
And the other guy sitting in the chair next to me, he was against instant replay. His complaint was he didn't want to be standing out on the field in January, waiting on them to look at a film to determine who got the ball.
I mean, it is Buffalo, though.
Right.
It is Buffalo in January, so.
And that's what his complaint was. He said, it's freezing in January. I don't want to be out there.
Right.
So we were going back and forth. And I thought that I had a winning argument. I thought the guys in the barbershop were going to go along with it. But no, they weren't going with me.
and tell everybody why they did not go with the logical choice, which made sense.
I couldn't understand why they wouldn't.
Right.
And so the guy, he finished, and I wasn't paying no attention to him. But when we left, the barber said, "You know who you was arguing with? That was James Lofton you were talking to."
Hall of Famer, James Lofton.
Yeah.
Hall of Famer. So, everybody in the barbershop will go with what he thinks rather than make the logical choice to get the call right.
Right.
Like, nah, James Lofton, you play on the field. We want you. Whatever you got, man.
Right. Whatever you say, that's it. And that's how it went.
You got into a verbal argument. Not even an argument. A verbal barbershop argument with Hall of Famer James Lofton.
Right.
Wow. That you hear here, stories from the stadium or tales from the turf, whatever you want to call it here. Salute to all the fathers. That was my father's story here on the Fan Cave.
Happy Father's Day, you guys.